Hello students, let us continue chapter 15 Light. In the previous class, we discussed about images formed by lenses which are convex lens and concave lens. So we discussed about real image of the sun that is formed by a convex lens in activity 15.9. Here we are given some more information about lenses. A convex lens converges means bends inward, the light generally falling on it as shown in figure 15.24a. Therefore, it is called a converging lens. On the other hand, a concave lens diverges, that is bends outward the light and is called diverging lens as shown in figure 15.24b. So here in the first figure we are given a convex lens and here we are given a concave lens. We know that a convex lens can form a real image just like here we can see in figure. So this is the real image of the sun that is formed by a convex lens. The reason for this is the convex lens, it bends inward the rays of light that are falling on it. Here it is clearly illustrated that here we can see the rays of light that are falling on a convex lens and how it is bending the light in such a way that we can get an image, we can obtain the image of that object on a screen. While here in case of a concave lens, it diverges, that is the similar manner when light rays are falling on it, it just diverges them, bends them outwards. So such an image is not possible to be obtained on a screen. So here, depending on what they do to the light, whether they converge or whether they diverge, convex lens is called a converging lens and the other lens, the concave lens, is called a diverging lens. In the last class, we were asked a question that in case of a mirrors, for different positions of the object, the nature and size of the image change. Here we were asked that is it true for lenses also? So let us find out in activity 15.10. Take a convex lens and fix it on a stand as you did with the concave mirror. Place it on a table. Place a lighted candle at a distance of about 50 cm from the lens. Try to obtain the image of the candle on a paper screen placed on the other side of the lens. You may have to move the screen towards or away from the lens to get a sharp image of the flame. What kind of image did you get? Is it real or virtual? Now, vary the distance of the candle from the lens as shown in figure. Try to obtain the image of the candle flame every time on the paper screen by moving it. Record your observation as you did in activity 15.7 for the concave mirror. For performing this activity, we require a convex lens and a stand. You need to fix the convex lens on a stand and place it on a table. At a distance of about 50 cm from the lens, you need to place a lighted candle. You need to adjust and try to obtain the image of the candle on a screen that is made out of paper. Here you can see this in figure 15.25. It is the image of obtained by a convex lens for an object that is placed at different distances from it. Here we are asked that what kind of image did you get? The answer to this question is the image is real because we know that the image that we can obtain on a screen is a real image. Here the image can be obtained on this screen over here. That is why this image is a real image. Now you need to vary the distance of the candle from the lens and again try to obtain the image of the candle flame on the paper screen. All the observation must be recorded in the table that is similar to table 15.1. After performing this activity, you will be able to know that images formed by a convex lens is of two types, real and virtual. Did you get in any position of the object an image which was erect and magnified? Could this image be obtained on a screen? Is the image real or virtual? This is how a convex lens is used as a magnifying glass. In a similar fashion, study the images formed by a concave lens. You will find that the image formed by a concave lens is always virtual, erect, and smaller in size than the object. We now know that the image formed by the convex lens is real, it is inverted, and the image can be larger and it can also be smaller, or it can also be the same size as the object. Now, virtual image formed by a convex lens is always erect and it is magnified or enlarged. That is, the size of the image is larger than that of the object. This is why the convex lens is used as a magnifying glass. In the similar manner, you need to take a concave lens and you need to fix it on a stand and repeat the activity you just perform using a concave lens. You will be able to know that the image formed by a concave lens is virtual, erect, and smaller than the object, even if the object is placed at any distance from the concave lens. Here you can see the image formed by a concave lens. When compared to the actual size of the candle, the image we obtain when we look at the candle through the concave lens is smaller. It is smaller, erect, and it is always virtual. Here you can see the virtual image of the candle formed by a convex lens. As you can see, this image we get while we are looking at the candle through the convex lens is enlarged. That is, the size of the image is larger than that of the object. So we can say that the image formed by a concave lens cannot be obtained on a screen as it is shown over here, and the image formed by convex lens can be both real भी हो सकता है और virtual भी हो सकता है. The next topic we are going to discuss is sunlight, white or colored. Have you ever seen a rainbow in the sky? You might have noticed that it appears usually after the rain when the sun is low in the sky. The rainbow is seen as a large arc in the sky with many colors, as shown in figure 15.28. How many colors are present in a rainbow? When observed carefully, there are 7 colors in a rainbow, though it may not be easy to distinguish all of them. These are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So these are the 7 colors of the rainbow. Here in figure you are given a rainbow. You all must have seen a rainbow in the sky. It is common after the rain. After the rain, when the sun is low in the sky, a rainbow appears. A rainbow is seen as a large arc in the sky. It has many colors in it. We know that there are 7 colors in the rainbow, and these colors are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. You might have seen that when you blow soap bubbles, they appear colorful. Similarly, when light is reflected from the surface of a compact disc, CD, you will see many colors as shown in figure 15.29. You can also observe that when you blow soap bubbles, they are colorful. In the similar manner, when light is reflected from the surface of a compact disc, that is, when a CD is placed in the sun, many colors can be seen. Here also from the figure, it is clear that many colors are seen. That is, there is a shining surface on the CD when it is kept in the sunlight. On the basis of these experiences, could we say that the sunlight is a mixture of different colors? Let us investigate. So, we have had many experiences that indicates that sunlight has different colors in it. Consider the example of rainbow or soap bubbles or even the surface of the CD that shines under the sunlight. इन सब से हमें ये पता चल रहा है कि sunlight में काफ़ी सारे colors mixed है. So let us investigate this. by referring activity 15.11. Take a glass prism. Allow a narrow beam of sunlight through a small hole in the window of a dark room to fall on one face of the prism. Let the light coming out of other face of the prism fall on a white sheet of paper or on a white wall. What do you observe? Do you see colors similar to those in a rainbow? This shows that sunlight consists of 7 colors. The sunlight is said to be white light. This means that the white light consists of 7 colors. Try to identify these colors and write their name in your notebook. For performing this activity, you require a prism and a screen that is made of paper. First of all, you need to take a glass prism and pass a narrow beam of sunlight through the prism. The light that is coming out from the other face of the prism must fall on a white sheet of paper, or you can make it fall on a white wall. When you do so, you can observe that a band of 7 colors is seen on the white sheet of paper. Here in figure 15.30, you can see that a prism splits a beam of sunlight into 7 colors. So these 7 colors are from top to bottom, such as red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet. From this activity, we can conclude that sunlight consists of 7 colors. अब सनलाइट को हम वाइट लाइट कहते हैं. सनलाइट में 7 कलर्स हैं. दैट मीन्स वी कैन से दैट वाइट लाइट कंसिस्ट ऑफ 7 कलर्स. Can we mix these colors to get white light? Let us try. Now we know that white light consists of 7 colors. अब क्या हम इन colors को mix करेंगे तो क्या हमें white light मिलेगा? So let us try by reading activity 15.12. Take a circular cardboard disc of about 10 centimeter diameter. Divide this disc into 7 segments. Paint the 7 rainbow colors on these segments as shown in figure 15.31a. You can also paste colored papers on these segments. Make a small hole at the center of the disc. Fix the disc loosely on the tip of a refill of a ball pen. Ensure that the disc rotates freely as shown in figure 15.31a. Rotate the disc in the daylight. When the disc is rotated fast, the colors get mixed together and the disc appears to be whitish as shown in figure 15.31b. Such a disc is popularly known as Newton's disc. For performing this activity, you require a circular disc of cardboard which has a diameter of 10 centimeter, some colors and a refill of a ball pen. You need to take a circular cardboard disc which has a diameter of 10 centimeter and divide this disc into 7 equal segments or 7 equal parts. You need to paint the 7 rainbow colors on the segments. You can take colored papers of those 7 colors and you can paste them on these segments. After that, you need to make a small hole at the center of the disc and fix it loosely at the tip of the refill of a ballpoint pen. Here this is shown in figure 15.31 that this is the refill of a ballpoint pen and this disc is placed by making a hole at the center of the disc on this refill. You need to make sure that the disc rotates freely as it is shown in the next figure. You need to rotate the disc in the daylight. When you do so, you can observe that on rotating the disc fast, the different colors on the disc, they get mixed together and this appears to be whitish in color. That is, ये जो disc है जिसमें पहले सारे colors थे rainbow के, fast घुमाने के वजह से जो color है that becomes whitish. So from this activity, we can conclude that white light is made up of 7 colors. Now, this disc is known as Newton's disc. Paheli has a brilliant idea. She has prepared a small top with a small circular disc with 7 rainbow colors painted on it as shown in figure. When the top rotates, it appears nearly white. You all must have played with a top. So Paheli had this brilliant idea after knowing about Newton's disk. She prepared a small top in this way. That is, she took a circular cardboard, she made 7 divisions, colored it, and then she passed a pencil through it and she could easily rotate it. अब जब rotate होगा, जब spin करेगा freely, then the different colors get mixed and the color on the top, it appears nearly white. So from this we can easily say that white light is made up of 7 colors.